You look at the history. It's history. The history speaks for itself.
The human beings being shitty is your reason for saying that the Quran is no more message from Allah?
That's not what I said.
Okay, if that's not what you said, and that's what the point is, then how are you going to debate? This is the whole point, and if you're not debating the point, what are you debating? We're saying that the Quran comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in its most authentic form, which is the recitational form, meaning that you be reciting it and it's as if it's being revealed at the moment that you're reciting it. This is what we're saying. And we're saying, since we know that He created us and He knows us better than we even know ourselves and anything else that exists, and whoever else that exists, it's only righteous that we study and practice the message that He gave to us. What's the problem?
Because we have two separate belief systems.
Two separate belief systems. Okay, now let me explain something.
That's
the one that he accepts, he says that it is al-Islam. So we're only interested personally in al-Islam, by the way. I mean, just look at the meaning. It means, everlasting, divine, peace. Who doesn't want that in their lives? Who doesn't need peace in their lives? Peace is better than anything. Whatever you have, if you don't have peace, you don't have anything. Whatever circumstances you're under, if you have peace, you're okay. You're at least okay, no matter what the circumstances are. But you have peace. You're good.
Religions.
But the point of the matter is that you have, again, rationally, you have a creator. He created you. And He's giving you a message of guidance, a message of reflection, a message of enlightenment, a message of honor. And why would you not turn to Him and say, okay, what is this message? I mean, let me look into it. What is the meaning of this Quran? اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية إلى آخره. And then you have all of the Quran from that time. You're talking a course of 23 years. You're talking a spiritual, a mystical, a journey of sacrifice, the Makki period. But there was still وَجَاهِدُهُمْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا revealed there. Use this Quran to fight against the disbelievers. And the Prophet ﷺ said, send it off. As there were valleys of arrows and spears against the Iblisis forces.
And I'm going to tell you again the reason why I have issues with.
It's too bad, but the point of the matter.
The reason why I have issues with the whole situation is because of humans.
Okay.
And in my belief that a lot of the message itself was distorted throughout time. A lot of facts, a lot of information. The whole duality, hypocrisy, and what it truly means as an individual to be peaceful, as you put it. Divine peace doesn't require a regimented structure to maintain. If you are a decent human being, and I said this in the beginning of our conversation, just like I said it yesterday, it's my belief that as our Creator, the relationship that this one individual, non-perfect human being has with their creator is their relationship. It's no one else's business. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. That relationship is unique with your perceived creator, not what someone else says you should believe, not what a perceived messenger says, not what anybody else says you should do, what you should pay, how many times you should do this, where you should go, where you should dress, how you should look. All of that is aesthetic, it's fake, and it's irrelevant to what really matters, which is being a human being that is decent. A decent human being. Okay, now how you pray, like I said before, how you pray to your creator is no one else's fucking business. That's between you and your creator. So if I want to decide today that the way I show gratitude, the way I pray to my creator is by saying, you know what, you have a beautiful smile today, or you know what, those jeans look nice on you, or you know what, have a good day, then that's how I am praying. If I feel like I pray to my creator by having good thoughts and thinking about maybe helping somebody one day or whatever, being a decent human being, not stealing, not robbing, not killing, you know, and if I have sins of the flesh, then I'm human. Oh fucking well, I indulge. Now, if there's a balance, then the universe that created me has a balance. So why not? Don't drink too much. Don't sins of the flesh. Don't fuck too much. Okay? Now, am I gonna be a drug dealer? Do I want to get in trouble? Yeah, these moral concepts, these moral issues, the standards that you should live within society. All of that, you know, it's all details. Those are all details. What's important is what? That you're what? A decent human being, overall human being, and then after that, you know, what happens, happens. Now, if you talk about after life, accountability and the universe, as a spiritual being, I am free to explore all the depths of my spirituality and the limits and the capabilities of my spiritual realm. Just like when I was a human being, I was given free range to explore the limits and the capabilities of a fucking human being. So why would it be any different if I'm dead and I'm a spiritual being? Why wouldn't I be able to explore the depths of my limits and my capabilities as a spiritual being? I ask you.
Okay.
Because Iqra.
All right. Bismillah.
That's why.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense and logic to me that there will be a hellfire in which this spiritual being that was decent, there's a decent human being, okay, all his life.
Are you gonna allow me to answer?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Go ahead, answer. Because you know.
First of all,
I guess that was my rebuttal to your answer.
all right. First of all, when it comes to the human being and its relationship to the one creator, this is the first point. This is the first topic.
You're not answering my question.
The human being can say that the human being is decent. Anybody can give themselves.
Wait, no. What was the question? Well, what did I ask you? What question did I ask you? Do you want me to repeat the question? Because you're going into something.
You asked, how is it that you would be punished?
No.
Or you would not be given, all right, the chance to explore your spiritual realm after you deceased or after you expired.
Just as you were. Just are you?
Just as you are, and I'm just
as a human being,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
So,
right.
The first thing is that if you do not know the relationship that you have with your creator, then yes, you are practically, shooting yourself in the foot just for that, for not knowing who your creator is. Period. because he gives you everything that you have in this life. He's giving you the ability of every single thing that you can imagine. Everything that you cannot imagine, he's giving it to you.
Yeah, that's already been established.
Okay. So
that
after he did that, you said, again, you don't care or you're not going to study the message that he gave to you.
You're not answering my question.
So the answer is this. Since you forgot him, you decided that you were not going to follow the directive that he gave you in the very first to the very end of the and the Quran continues to go on in a cycle. The entire Quran. People, they swear we have Quran and Sunnah. Dude,
you're using the Quran as
the Quran is the message of Allah. The Quran is the sign of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In no way, no how anything can be discussed without the Quran. And we said this before. Anytime, any place, anywhere, anyone wants to bring anything, they have to bring the Quran. Because this is how we
it doesn't answer my question.
The question has been answered. And if you did not follow, it's just like you did not prepare. Allah Ta'ala gave you, your Creator gave you this duration, He gave you this life and everything inside of it. He gave you the ability to breathe, my friend.
Okay, my question is,
do you understand? He gave you the ability to hear, the ability to see, the ability to think it. He gave you the balance. He gave you the time, the duration. He gave you, and He swore by it, that mankind is lost. That's how. He's lost in the akhirah, in the afterlife. Because he was not amanu, he did not believe. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and did not do righteous deeds. That's why we went into good deeds and righteous deeds last night. And he did not encourage that in which was righteous. Al-haqq, the truth.
What I said is this.
وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and he did not encourage patience. Because the one who has it,
being a decent human being,
is not decent. That's not decent. Decent is what the things that you mentioned, these things are decent. Okay? These are what quote unquote perceptions, good, decent, these fall there. Okay? But righteous piety is what we're talking about.
Righteous and piety.
Those who reflect again, they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they reflect righteously.
So people that meditate.
And they do the righteous deeds. The righteous deeds are what?
What are the righteous deeds?
Okay, very good. Look,
being decent.
That's not what the righteous deed is. The righteous deed has
according to the revelation.
According to the revelation, the righteous deed has to have two elements. If either of these elements are missing, there is no more righteous deed.
What intention? First and what else?
The intent, the action obviously is based on the intention, but we're not there yet. We're saying before you even get the intention, as you generate and create the intention, you have to have it for the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, and it has to be done in according to the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Otherwise, there's no righteous deed. There's no righteous deed involved. It could be a good deed, a decent deed, a nice deed, but it's not a righteous deed. Now, every righteous deed has those things in it, period. But not those have actually righteous elements in there. Sorry. So that's how. Logic, sir.
That doesn't.
وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, but they also have to stand on the truth.
Sounds like,
they have to stand on the. They have to stand on the truth.
It's not logic.
It's not logic.
No, it's complication.
Complication? Yeah. I think it's more. All these things that you talked about, decency, the decency and moralities, and all these things that you talked about, that sounds complicated.
When you put a particular value on an action and say, okay, if this action is either labeled as this or that based on that, that's complicated.
But wait a second. See, here's the problem. You did not study the message. If you studied the message, then you would know.
So it's not simple.
The message.
Like, oh, I can just
the
be a
message.
decent human being.
The message. The Quran.
I can be righteous and I can be good and it could be acceptable, but it has to be according to this, and that.
No, it's not this, and that. It has two. We said two elements. We didn't say this, and this.
Yeah.
No. We didn't say that. We said again, it has two
So
elements.
this and this, not this and that.
It's based off of how Allah subhanahu wa
so
ta'ala.
this and this, but it's based on this and this.
It's definitely based
That's
on.
a complication.
How is it a complication?
It is.
Wait a second. If you go to the hospital and they tell you that you recovering is going to be based off of taking such medications, you're not going to say it's complicated, are you? If you went to the attorney and the attorney said that this is the ball game that we're going to have to take to defend you, you're not going to say it's complicated, are you?
I am going
to. If you went to you're going to say it's complicated? Is that what you said when you went to the doctor? You've been to the doctor before. Is that what you said?
If the doctor tells me what again?
If the doctor tells you that this is what it's going to take, these medications, this therapeutic practice, whatever, this treatment is what you're going to need in order to recover, you're going to say that it's complicated?
It depends on what it is.
How about the one who was defending you or had to bail you out of jail? If that was the case, let's just say for the sake of argument, you in jail, the attorney came and say, you know what, I got a plan to get you out of jail.
That's going to be based on this and this?
And it's going to be based on what I tell you. Are you going to be saying to him it's complicated?
Say that. Possibly.
And you're going to stay your butt in jail?
Maybe, maybe not.
If you
depends.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I might look for another route.
When you went to your boot camp and your drill sergeant was kicking your butt around, did you say to him it was complicated?
Yeah.
Then you would have gotten kicked out of the army right then and there.
No, that doesn't mean that.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean he quit.
So the point of the matter,
or you find something else.
The point of the matter is that the Creator who created us all, everything that exists, He has created you. You know He's created you. You know that He did not create us in vain.
We're talking about righteous deeds.
He did not create us.
Don't get off track. We're talking about righteous deeds.
He did not.
You said the
right
deeds
so
only. You said
I'm getting to that. I'm getting. Now here it is. But we talked about. But we talked about all these. We all look.
This and that.
We all know.
No,
listen.
Not this and
we all
that. Is based on two things. This and that. That's
the doctor, the lawyer, the engineer, the pilot. Okay. The drill sergeant, you're not going to tell any of them that it's complicated for you to get me out of this mess. You're not going to say that to any of them. And just listen to how many planes are going on, flying over our heads. Do you think it is wise that we say to the one who actually has created them all and has given us a simple message to say, you know what, it's complicated. He says, you have to do it based on how I say you to do it. If you do it any other way, then it's not acceptable. Same thing, you drill sergeant, sounds similar, giving commands.
Okay.
Right? So the point of the matter,
the fact that it's complicated.
It's complicated. It's actually who said it was complicated? When did he say? Wait a second.
I'm not saying that
who said it was complicated?
I said it's complicated.
Okay.
If I could ask someone else.
Okay, and they say it's complicated.
Wait, hold on. Let me get Kate. Position.
You could not bring.
My position. Wait. My position.
You could not bring any reinforcements to reinforce your position, sir. You've been completely outmaneuvered and surrounded.
I was
right now, a siege has been laid on you, bro. A siege, bro.
Ask.
You could not get reinforced from
a different opinion from an outsider. That's all. It wasn't.
But here's the point.
Bringing in any reinforcements.
Remember that
I don't need to reinforce my position.
There's only one. Here's the point.
My position is fortified. Okay?
Here's the point. There's only one creator.
And not even is it fortified, but I keep making
improvements. You can say whatever. You can say them. You could not get it. You could not.
Continuous.
Yeah.
Fortification.
That just gives us an idea of how bad it's being battled out. Look, too bad you couldn't get reinforcements. Sorry about that. And really, what you have is very simple. You have one creator, one message. He gave it to one messenger. You know it is for you, and then you say that it's complicated when you have one. Hello.
I'm not debating.
It's not actually. He said it's actually. If you say it's complicated, I'm not even talking about events. Don't go into any events. Get back to righteous deeds, sir. Come back to it. Righteous deeds. If and in fact you say that it's complicated, realize that you're contradicting what he says, because he says it is clear. It's not complicated, it's clear. This is what people have to understand.
No,
now, I would agree with you.
The only thing that I'm not telling you that the aspect of Islamic belief is complicated. I'm telling you what I'm telling you specifically about definition of what is a righteous deed. If it's based on this and that, to me, that is complicated. That's what I'm saying, and I was trying to see if someone else agrees with that fact. That's it.
No one.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about anything lengthy or anything. Just that particular fact.
So you're saying, wasn't your birth based on actual elements?
No, I'm not talking about birth. I'm talking about a good deed.
We didn't talk about the good deed. We're talking about the righteous deed. Again, you keep forgetting the righteous deed. You got to remember to say righteous deed.
If you look up righteous deed.
Why am I to look up righteous deed?
It's going to be simple in the dictionary.
It's going to be simple in the dictionary.
Righteous indeed.
Righteous
Anything
deed.
that is considered righteous.
Okay.
So then
now you're saying it's going to be simple.
Right?
So now righteous deed is a simple
No,
deed.
I'm saying your definition. What you're saying is that righteous is based on your belief, based on the Creator's belief, is based on two particular
elements.
Elements.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You're getting
And
somewhere.
I'm saying
And what are the elements? Name the two elements.
I don't know what the elements are.
Okay. Again, it has to be done for the pleasure of Allah, and it has to be done in accordance with what Muhammad alayhi salatu
and if it's
wasalam.
not done in that particular way, then it's not righteous. To me, that is complicated.
That is complicated.
Yes.
Because you believe in all these decent actions and good things that you
Because I believe it.
named and listed instead of just two elements, that what they have to be based off of, what the intention has to be based off of.
I don't even.
So I think
Hey.
Actually, I have a better question now.
Come here, I want to ask you something.
Well.
Just your opinion. Just your opinion in something.
And then I would have a chance to ask.
Yeah, then you can ask.
Okay.
And
the cross-examination begins.
Anyway, what is your definition of a good deed?
I mean, anything nice for somebody that you didn't have to do, I don't know, you see somebody walking down the street who needs help and you help them.
Can we agree to the testimony?
At this time, we have no reason to object the fact that she is noting that as a good deed.
Thank you.
A good deed, not a righteous deed.
What is your definition of a righteous deed?
The same fucking thing. What do you like?
Okay, fair enough. The same thing. Did you agree to our answer?
I definitely disagree.
Hold on. No. I'm not asking you any more questions.
Okay, no, I'm just not.
No, you already said. He said you disagreed with that answer.
Well, we're not the ones being cross-examined. You must direct the questions to your witness.
Thank
You called your witness. You must direct.
Why am I getting into y'all's fuckery first?
No, there's no fuckery. There's no fuckery. This is. So now can I answer? Am I allowed to answer?
Please proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay. Now, think about this question before you answer. Think about